I'm Supriya Nair. Welcome to Print Edition. You know, when most people think about World War I and the literary response to it, they're thinking about the immortal verse written by young soldiers who fell in wartime, like Wilfred Owen, or people who remained traumatized by it and, you know, reflected that in their art forever after. Modernism, British modernism, was indeed a response to World War I in that sense. But it's been surprising me lately that we don't seem to have heard very much of one of the greatest works produced because of the war at all. This happens to be a quartet of novels called Parade's End by the writer Madox Ford, which is a great name and which is going to be my rapper name if I ever get into music. Never mind about that. Parade's End is special because it's a massive anthology of 4 novels. It comes up to about 900 pages in sum, and it's very different from the usual World War I response that we think of, which is of, you know, this flower of Britain's youth coming to terms with the fact that violence that was very modern and that was happening on their doorstep, literally, in France and in the trenches of southern Europe, was traumatic enough to break an entire generation and to dissolve its sense of self. Ford wasn't like that. He did go to war. He was in the trenches, but he went at the age of 43, and he was clearly someone who saw that not only was the war a great false promise, but also, you know, these years of peace and prosperity that came before it, this golden time for England, was actually pretty hollow in itself. If you haven't read it and you haven't had a chance to get hold of it, you're in luck, because the BBC and HBO commissioned a 5-part miniseries based on the novels, and I believe the first episode of those 5 is coming out in the UK sometime this week. So, you know, if you don't have patience with the book, you could always just watch the movies instead. That's all I have for this week. Thanks for watching.